Realty.
That music only signifies one thing and one thing only. It is house to home time, and Liz Duenas is back, as she always is, right here on the show. So Liz, half a day.
Half a day.
Okay, now we've talked here so many times on this segment, so many times about if you have a listing and what to do with it, and how you can help people with their listings. But I want to kind of pedal back to the very beginning of that discussion. How, if I have property, how can I actually get it listed? How much am I looking at paying? What's the timeline and everything like that? And is it a process that imposes on me like a terrible headache and everything like that if I want to get something listed? Or can I go about the whole thing myself?
Well, we recommend that you pick a realtor, and a realtor is someone with the Guam Association of Realtors, also associated with the National Association of Realtors. And realtors are governed by ethics, a code of ethics, and if there are any issues that result from the transaction, of course there is a recourse to go and file certain grievances. But when we say we are a realtor, what happens is it's for your benefit, because realtors are trained, we take classes, we have certifications, we have designations, and there is a code of conduct that we have to go by. So for example, if you call and you say, hey Liz, I want to list my property, I'll say, okay, give me information. Of course, I'll need your legal description, where is the property. I will come and inspect the property to ascertain how many on the market is out there in competition with you, what properties have sold that are similar to your property, and then I will do a market analysis to evaluate what value could we ask for, because that value is critical. Because even if we got an offer, so for example, if we got an offer for $200,000 and the offer will state we list it for 200, we get an offer for 200, and the purchase agreement that we receive state it's subject to appraisal, and if it appraises at 175, we're dead in the water, or you agree to purchase it at that price, or we renegotiate that price. So pricing is a factor. So part of the process in listing it is to do a market study to list that property at market value, because you want to be able to sell it. Now, if you're a seller that's being unreasonable and you want $500,000 because during the boom you were offered $500,000, but in today's market it's only worth $200,000.
And I'm just living in the past.
And you're living in the past.
I can't get past that.
So it is very critical that, remember, market value is a snapshot in time. So today it may be worth $200,000. Maybe 6 months from now it's worth $300,000. So it's all dependent on similar type properties that have sold. So it is critical that we do our work to ensure that we're able to sell your property. So of course, once we arrive at a value or a asking price and you're in agreement, of course we will sign the listing agreement. We put that property on the market. My objective as a professional is to put your property on the market for all to see, meaning all real estate. By the way, there are over 400 agents on this island, and putting it in our multiple listing service is to your advantage. And what that does is it exposes the property to all the real estate agents. It's uploaded on the different websites, and people in general will be able to see it. So when they're searching, they could see, oh, look at this house, it's worth X amount. We want to see it.
And I think that's a misconception people have, because they say, like, if I sign with, or I have it listed by you and by your colleagues at RE/MAX Diamond Realty Guam, I only have to work like exclusively through you. All the other agents on Guam, like you said, all 4 of them can see it and see that it's therefore available.
All 400 can see it, and we work together.
To be fair, this is not like selling a car by yourself. This is way more technical. There's some regulatory stuff you got to deal with, and the risks and the gains are much more significant.
That's right. So when you pick your realtor will help you go through the process, let you know what to anticipate in terms of the process, when you get an offer, what is expected when those offers come in, appraisals, all the different contingencies that are usually attached to a purchase agreement. Now what I do with our clients is like, okay, this could happen. And if this happens, then these are what your options are. Or if the scenario changes and this happens, then these are your options. But we advise, sellers that this is what could happen through the process. So when we educate them and we give them this information, at least as the offers come in, you know, okay, yeah, you talked about that. We know this is going to happen, but this is what I want. We are facilitators. We represent you. Bottom line is, you decide whether you want to accept that offer or not.
There's still a little bit of element of control on my part.
Yes.
I still have final shot.
Total control is on your part. My
Okay.
job is being the professional to assist you in the process. And I always tell people, we want to make it as painless as possible. Now, if our asking price is higher, then remember, prices, if it doesn't move, then what we need to do is move it. Move the price down, make a reduction in order to move that property. Usually what I try to do is list it, let's say test it for 30, 60 days. Nothing happens, how many showings? Then we can evaluate to, shall we reduce it at this point? Remember, it's all dependent on what your needs are. If you're leaving Island, you need to sell it, then we have a window of time. If you're on the verge of foreclosure, we need to move quickly. Different conditions.
Shortly stated, you know way more about the real estate game than I do, so it's better I work through you
Yes.
because you're working for me.
Yes,
All right.
definitely.
Works for me. Thanks so much. You heard it straight from the woman herself. Go give them a call because they are very, very helpful and they can get you the best bang for your buck. Stay tuned. We're after you.